Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv / the Xisuma, where more things may be broken than usual. Because I was given a backup of my slobs profile, and the backup seemed to break even more stuff, so fingers crossed. At this point in time, feels like we're running these streams with duct tape. I'm more encouraged than ever to move off of slobs. Oh my goodness me, as soon as I started talking, crazy tickling in my voice. Ugh. Ugh. We got a really straightforward plan for today's episode. This is my backup gear, and I want to make some better stuff, and then take it to a trial chamber to do some ominous trials. Now, I only have 2. Guess I can make use of that one. What's the difference between the level? It's not time. Is it difficulty? I can't remember. I thought it was time. Yeah, what is chat? Tell me, what is the difference in the levels? Bell on the T, thank you so much for 89 months. We got Maddie Goody here for 17. Good luck with the vaults. Thank you so much. Billman68 for 109. Difficulty? Length time? I thought it was length time, but look, they're the same. Raids, its difficulty. Trial chambers, its duration. Right. Okay. Yeah, the village raids has that tier system. You're right. Aprover 78. Thank you for. Sorry, Aprover. Thank you for 78 months. Nikes the Night. Thank you for 4 months. Powerboz. Thank you for 13. Much appreciated. Welcome everyone. I apologize I couldn't stream this morning. It was just going to be way too tight to squeeze it in, and I had all these other jobs to do, and I actually literally spent all morning doing those jobs until I went out, so it actually kind of, yeah. But like I said, this is why I don't have a schedule, right? Because something will always get in the way. I think I'm just going to make a full set of armor from scratch. I mean, actually, mending on the diamond boots, that kind of makes sense. Other than that, maybe take the Aqua Affinity helmet. That seems to be about it, really, unless I want fire protection on the chest plate. Ender Void Wolf, my dude, thank you for 46 months. Do we have any things on the screen? Are the pop-ups working? You waited in chat the whole day. Dang, dude, you should have done something with your day. We got some diamonds. Might run a little bit low on diamonds. I got some diamond ore over here. There's something about having it sitting around in a chest that's like, yes, my riches. I don't really want to spend my riches. Let's break that stuff down, though. We'll break this down using a fortune pick. Let's head over to the shopping district, as we're going to buy books. And I guess that means I'm going to end up needing to put those books somewhere, so we need a shulker box. You got to think for everything in this game. Xisuma could probably fight a chicken. I probably could. I don't think if I thought a chicken we'd call it a fight. I think it would call it animal cruelty. You know? I'd boil the chicken, yeah, and then eat it. That's probably fair. I just had some delicious food. I absolutely love cooking a bit of meat with some Szechuan sauce and egg. Those go together so good. Where is this one over here, isn't it? This is the new store. I like the display out the front here. Is that intentional? Probably is. Yeah, here's where we get our books. Hey, Lame. It's the Lame. We've got a Lame over here. time to do busyness. Need the fortune pick first of all. Gels the Bells, thank you for 12 months, my dude. We got Charles, MCC, gifting a sub to Colonel Fluffy Fluff Gus. These names, eh? These names. Hand of Clay, thank you so much for 6 months. Very much appreciated. You have had a lovely day. I did. I did have a lovely Sunday roast. Love you, Xisuma. You carried my middle school years. You're 26 now. Wow. Dang, yeah, that makes sense. That makes the math adds up, right? Dude, when I started YouTube, I was about 26 or something like that. Boy, oh boy. How do the years get by, hey? How do they get by? Right, the fortune pick over doubling our diamonds. That's no complaints from me. No complaints whatsoever. We got Captain Jolly Rogers coming in for 3 months. Worth spending your savings to armor up because you're cooked in that copper armor down there. You are correct, my friend. I would absolutely indeed be cooked. And Becca's coming in, gifting subs. Becca, thank you for more gifted subs. Always appreciated. Thank you for your generosity. Come and check in the chat to see if you've been gifted. And if you have, ask in chat if you're curious about joining our Minecraft and Discord servers. You get access for a whole month. Maybe find an amazing community to become a part of, right? So, wait, I don't need to make a sword. What I do need to do is kind of make a backup sword. Right? Because my backup gear is pretty lame. Maybe make a good bow as well while I'm at it. Some of this stuff could probably be upgraded, but I'm going to make a... Actually, no, let's not make a brand new set, because that's useful. Some of this stuff can just go back into storage if it's not top-notch. So in which case, we'll make some leggings to go alongside here. I'm already trying to save diamonds. I'm pathetic. I never splash out. I'm frugal. Mr. Frugal. That's me. X, as the flag ended, it has indeed ended as of yesterday. I might now start seeing some sort of like reports or information on the back end about deliveries and stuff. Like, probably not straight away, plus it's a Sunday, but at some point soon, I'll probably start to learn about you know, shipments going out and stuff like that. It'd be interesting to watch happen. So be on the lookout, peeps. I think what I'll do is I'll make a mending bow, because my current one down here is a infinity. And then I can store a couple stacks inside of here, so that works out okay. So we're going to make a mending bow, but I've already got the sword. I kind of feel like I probably want a backup sword that's better than that. So that's like our one other thing. Okay. So, better backup gear. So we go through these, we make sure all of them have got mending, right? So that's 5 mending books. Please be stocked up. What else is this stuff that's being sold? Oh, right. I think I'll take a totem. Oh, and then it restocks. That's why they're in bundles. That's really clever. That's really clever. So behind there's going to be like a bunch of hoppers, yeah, and then... I see. Sorry, cashier, I'm getting all up in your space. Yeah, let's do that. Pay here. No returns, no refunds. What do I return exactly? Right, the idea of putting them in bundles is interesting. That's how you make them compatible with the shelves. Interesting. Didn't I say like 5 mending books? That is a very satisfying way to shop. Are all books 1 or 2 diamonds? Those are 2 diamonds, those are 2 diamonds. So 10 diamonds. And we go ahead and plop these in here. Right, time for a little bit of slurpage, people. You're excited to get your flag. Well, you know, I'd say give it a week or two, and then you should start to see them arriving, I hope. Oh my goodness me, that's a lovely hot copper right there. A hot copper or a hot cuppa? Can't get my words out right. Nothing's changed there. M82, thanks for the gifted subscription. I don't think you got one. Weird question, but would it be... But if you would describe yourself with an animal right now, what would it be? Oh my god, the most exciting question I've ever been asked. What animal would I be if I could be an animal right now? Oh god. Oh, my heart rate. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's gotten me way too excited, that question. I don't think I can actually answer it. Might have a heart attack or something. Goodness me, calm down with the crazy questions, please. It's like all but one for unbreaking. This is actually going to be quite pricey. Oh my days. Asking me questions like that. You're going to break my brain, son. Autumn says, just joined. Sounds like X is having a massive heart attack. They asked me what animal I would be. They're going to ask me my favourite colour next. They're going to have to end the stream early. Oh my days. That's some good tea. That's some good tea. Maybe now we just focus on... We're soon going to get all of our stuff in a muddle. I know that. So I want respiration free. Yeah, let's just do one thing at a time. Like boots has quite a few, so I want to split blast protection, fire protection. I think I'll put blast protection on the chest plate. I tend to do that. I don't know why. Actually, does that one already have one? It's already got protection 4, so I'll have to put, let's say, blast protection on the leggings. But right now we're going to do feather falling, fire protection. What else here applies? Is that it? I don't really need soul speed. That's it, isn't it? Mending, unbreaking, feather falling, and fire protection. Let's put those in there. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Are all the enchantments here? I am assuming so. Alright, next up... Wait, did we pay for that? 2 there, we pay for it. Favorite Roman numeral? X. Look in the barrel. There is a barrel on the floor. Oh, multi-shot and breaking, density, yeah. Yeah, there's more. I don't really want to put thorns on this armor, but it might be the kind of armor that's actually good for thorns. So is there anything in here that I actually want? Knockback on the sword, I think I can skip because I've got it on my main one. Thorns is kind of tempting. Quick charge, projectile protection. Yeah, I don't tend to go for that one. Piercing, luck of the sea, frostwalker, lure, multi-shot, density, impaling, lunge. It is really all stuff that I don't need to worry about. So I'd say that's that covered. So Aqua Infinity, respiration, and then just protection, right? I think we're going to go protection 4 on the helmet. So that's the next one. This one here has already got protection on breaking. We give it mending. Is there anything else you want to put on a chest plate? I don't think so. These days, if I weren't streaming, I would just have the Wikipedia article up and just be like, make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, so we're going to put blast protection on the trousers. That'll be the only one there. That's another 6 diamonds, by the way, before we lose count. Put sharpness on the chest plate. Good shout. Good shout. Very useful enchantment. Yep. Jewish 231. Thank you so much for 3 months, by the way. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Smite on an axe is nice. It is, but I'm going to go for sharpness on the swords. I'm going to stick to that. So bow, unbreaking, mending. We want power and punch. Could possibly skip the punch. So that's 1 book there. No. Flame? I could go for flame, actually. I think I'll put flame on it. So two there. So that's another 4 diamonds. Now, the swords, I don't really need looting on. This is my looting sword. I don't think I need sweeping edge. I think I'm just going to go for sharpness. Maybe not even knockback. Let's go for fire aspect and sharpness on this sword. That is looting free. What do I do when I incorrectly... Oh, like there? That's how that works. I've learned. I think that's kind of it. I think that's kind of it. Yo, Fish Chop Sammys. Thank you ever so much for 8 months. Appreciate it. And we got Jesse G. Waltney coming in for 5 months. Thank you so much, Jesse. Appreciate your subscription. I need cleaving 4 on the axe, but I don't have an axe, so I don't know. You waited for hours just so you could yell fawns at my phone. I could put fawns. I've got the diamonds too. Like, if we put fawns on all of the armor, should we just do that and not think about it? It is my, like, recovery armor. It just feels like it's an added bit of protection. The only problem is I'm going to use this right now to do the ominous trial chamber, which is not a common thing I'm going to do. So I can see it balancing out okay. Fawns will make it hard to move mobs, but I'm not trying to move mobs. I think I'm going to go with it because it kind of suits recovery. It's like an extra bit of damage towards your opponents. So was Fawns actually down here? Yeah, it was. Okay, I need 1 more diamond. We've gone over budget, people. We've gone over budget. We need to call an emergency meeting. We need to employ fiscal responsibility. Can't allow this. Spending more diamonds than allocated. What is this? We're going to create a debt crisis. Okay, chuck that stuff over there. X, do you have a Discord server? I do, and as a subscriber, you get access to it, my dude. Extended credit. Yeah, it could be that. Why did I sound so confused at that, says Heart Gamer? Because the word that is very confusing. When someone says, look out for that, I go, what? What are we talking about? I don't know. Hey, did you see that thing the other day? Oh my god, that thing. Dude. That thing. You know, it was crazy. That thing, it was very crazy. Okay, sass pants. Hey, I can't answer your question about the context, so you know. That thing was totally bonkers, says 8 Rover. It was totally bonkers, I agree. X, did you get that thing I sent you? I did get that thing that you sent me. Thanks for sending it. I'll send you one back. Siberian Wolf, thank you for gifting a sub to another Wolf again, Wolf Player, and appreciate it, my dude. Thank you. I sometimes wonder if X sits at the computer streaming in his underwear and we would never know. Don't wonder that. I wear clothes when I stream, don't worry about it. I mean, technically I am sitting in my underwear. There's just other clothes as well, you know? I should have just answered that yes, because it would have been true. I guess I can say, did you know I stream in my underwear? That's a true statement. Is it misleading? Eh. Yo, is breakboxing Scar hanging? Oh my god. This is where breakboxing... Breakboxing? Breakdancing? Yo! Oh, hello. Dude. You look so cool. That's brilliant! Oh my god. Dude, when is Scar gonna bust some sweet moves? That was awesome. Oh, golden carrots. Honestly, might be a good... How many is in a bundle? Right? I think that might be good for our recovery kit, especially when we're going on some adventures like we are today. Is he gonna throw down? Scar, throw down! Throw down already! I'm liking that bassline. Bum bum. Ba-dum bum bum bum. Okay, let's get some golden carrots as well. If they go in there, they do. And then do you give the bundle back? What if I want to keep the bundle, yo? There's a sweet looking bundle. This right here, I'm going to declare right now, and maybe regret it, that this is my favorite shop. Because I've been greatly amused by this, and that, and this, and XP's filming. Like, this is wonderful to come into this environment just to buy some golden carrots. Like, there's different ways to play this game. This is like effort and detail on a smallish scale, but it just creates a place. You feel like you're somewhere. You know what I mean? Bundle envy. I got all the bundles I need, son. Whose shop? Impulse's shop. Yeah, I just mean that little area out there is such a cool experience. Like, hey, don't get me wrong, builds are amazing and stuff, but after so many years of doing a shopping district, like, you know, walk in, buy the thing, walk out, it just feels like there's a huge opportunity to do things differently, and I think that was a really good example of it. Hey, Cubs added this little extension right here to get to his spot. Very cool, very cool. Nice colourful Nether hub. Makes the world immersive, says Hand of Clay. Yeah, you know, like I just had a very interactive experience there. Maybe I'll get used to it after a while, but as of right now, that was certainly something. Morix77, thank you for 83, up to the 100. We're on our way. Got over a year to go. Thank you so much. Will I still be here in a year? I probably will. I probably will. Bosher says, dang, throwback to when I was 14, seeing Xisuma playing Minecraft was just randomly on Twitch. And seeing this stream reminded me like 14 years ago when I was lucky enough to play Race for the Wall with him and Efo and others. Game going strong. Still keep up the great vibes, Xisuma. Thank you, my dude. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, Race for Wall was some real old school Minecraft stuff that people just, you know, if you don't know, you don't know. The game's got a long history. But Potato, my dude, 62 months. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. When I put these here, they're on top of... Yeah, they're going to be up like that. Which I think means that we might have some Endermen, like, teleport out of there, which would be kind of lame. Let's start with the sword. Which would be these enchantments together. We've got some anvils over here. That's fantastic. So you want to start with mending and unbreaking and do it the cheap way around. And then cheapest way here. Let's just give them like names as well. Do we have any cool stuff that got added? Like, I used to do all the coloring of the gear and stuff, and Like, now you can add little symbols like this. I don't know what to add. Like, when I realized you could do this a while ago, I put a bit of, like, time and effort into it. Yeah, none of that looks particularly cool, does it? I'm sure there was a really good sword emoji, though. Let's just call it X's sword. I'll be boring. It's about if someone finds it, it's like, whose is it? Guess what? Excalibur. That's a cool name for it. Cool name. And now it's got all the enchantments on it. I guess I can get some of my gear in better condition as well. Right, so that goes into here. Are we still collecting XP? The sounds, they stop so quick. Have any of us seen the new Scream movie? Quick chat. Toby wants to know. I haven't. It's also not particularly appealing to me. I think I've seen the original Scream, but I saw it after seeing Scary Movie, which is a piss take of that movie. And the fact that there's 7 of them blows my mind. I don't remember it being particularly good. Kind of iconic in its own way. Also, I swear I couldn't see this before, but I can see some scaffolding up behind the Enderman, which seems a bit dodge. Alright, so we've got the bow with mending and breaking, power and flame. X, when I am out of ideas for gear names, I just find song names. That's a cool way to do it. Just name them after songs. I like that. Okay, X's bow, because I'm so boring. Feeling boring today. Oh, hey, Rad, I love those movies. The first few were cool meta whodunits. I have no idea how it's still viable to make more, though. Somehow it is. Somehow they just keep going with these things. That's that one right there. We've got to remember to get some arrows for it, because it works differently. Also, this shulker box could do with some extra pearls in it, I think. I like that we've got a totem as well. That's cool. Next piece on the agenda. Let's go with the boots. Mending, unbreaking, feather falling, fire protection. Now this one might be a bit different to combine. Maybe not. Now I need 14 levels. Now we hit the slowdown. Scream is great, but Scary Movie is better. They're a strange thing to compare, because one's the parody of the other, right? That plan works if you're killing them softly, though. Killing them softly, that's a good one. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking, like, your songs could say something, like, these boots were made for walking. I know that's a lyric, but I bet there's a song with boots in the title. Okay, put that in here. We'll do legs next. Mending, unbreaking, and blast protection for that one. Is that correct? Respiration protection. Our chest plate just needs mending. Yeah, okay, we're good, we're good. My coat of many colors. It's a good name for the chest plate, maybe. Do I plan on playing Phasmo anytime soon? I don't know. I might get an itch for it at some point. Who knows? I'm a bit concerned at how they're teleporting out here. Is this to keep me safe here, by the way? Oh, they're one-hit kill. Oh, that's fine then. That's fine then. Mending and unbreaking first. So did you put the cheaper one second? It's like a rule to this that I should remember. And now we need more levels. Pumped up kicks for shoes? That's a great idea. If I rename them now, don't you pay like the full price? Excuse me. Oh, what just happened to my health? And we got my leggings. Next was the chest plate, which only needed 1 enchantment. That should make for light work. Xisuma coughs once and halves his health. There's something ominous about that. 1 cough, health halved. Alrighty, so we got those. Last one. With these books. Oh, then we got to put fawns. Oh, I've completely goofed. Completely goofed forgetting about fawns, haven't I? Is that the right way around? That is. Yeah, I'm not sure about the fawns now then. We'll have to see what happens. Didn't they change that? It used to be full price for fully enchanted gear's name change. I don't know. I've played this game so long and seen so many changes. I don't trust anything I remember anymore because I've seen them fix bugs for things and then like flip-flop over the years. It's supposed to behave this way. Someone reports it a bug, they fix it. Then someone reports that as a bug. And then they tweak things, and there's just so many details that were once like set in stone. This is the way it is, and now they're not. Now it's like, well, could be different. Well, we'll have it on our helmet. Whoa, that's a lot. Jeff says, I thought it was 1 XP, but you don't remember. At some point in time, it cost you 1 level to rename an item, right? But then I thought they changed it recently so that you needed the amount compared to like when you last put books on it or whatever, like its enchantment value. By the way, I'm tempted to go with those name ideas if we're going to rename them. But do we have enough good ones? We'll probably come up with some. Pumped up kicks. What other suggestions did we have? Ow. Killing you softly. We won't, but okay, 30 thought. Dang. Not even close. They're escaping. Why are they escaping? Xisuma's slippers? I don't have a pair of slippers. Yo, we got Bear coming in with the 54 months. Hello, gamers. It's me, Bear. Oh, I'm sorry. Chat loves it. Well, that's my excuse then, isn't it? That's my excuse. Hey, Lorix Kill Gore Pendra. Thank you for gifting subs. Much appreciated. Petition for X to talk in that voice from now on. It actually, like, hurts to do that voice a little bit. It's hard to... Huh! Whoops. It's hard to get that voice down right. On occasion, I can do it for a little bit longer than a few words. If you've been gifted a sub, please do check in the chat. We also have... We have an LPMT tour lined up. We'll do that early today, I think. And then you can find out what a gifted sub gives you access to. Yo! Corpin Dragon! Thank you for 6 months, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. There we go. Let's put that back in here. That one doesn't have fawns on. That's what we're doing next. 13 levels can do. We got... No. I read it. We're all caught up on the noises in here. We're all good. The sword could become a little closer by the cage... The elephant? Oh, wait. Is that a song name? Come a little closer. Oh, I see, yeah. Right, as for the rest of them, I don't know if they're going to be able to, or if they're going to be too pricey. You could call an axe the axe. It's a kind of shoddy reference to the new Gojira song. Ooh, new Gojira, any good? I went and saw Sixth play last night. I love that band. Saw them play Death of a Dead Day in full, which was very nice. It's a really good show. Sick for such a unique, interesting band. If you're a fan of like metal, prog rock, you should definitely check them out. They were like a local band when I was growing up, and very kind of cult. And they were like poised to blow up and become like a big metal band. And then after their second album, they just split up like almost immediately. And it was like, oh, well, that's the end of that then. You know, I think they were sort of in the scene with like Bring Me the Horizon and Enter Shikari. Who's the other big British band from that era? They would have slipped in right with that. Sixth, spelled S-I-K-T-H. Sixth. Their first album is an absolute masterpiece of a record. Like an absolute classic in my opinion. Second album, not as much, more of a metal album. I think their first album's quite unique and individual, and then their second album's a bit more, just a bit more air quotes generic. Like, they're not a generic band, just it all gets a little bit more metal for the metal crowd on that record. But yeah, they could have been like, I think as big as like Enter Shikari and Bring Me the Horizon. Maybe not that big, but they were sort of like in that swell of bands that were coming up from that time. And then they just called it quits all of a sudden. It was like, oh, okay. And when they got back years later in like 2015, they made a couple of really great records. It's like they always had it. But yeah, listening homework for any metalheads or prog heads. Really cool band. Have I heard of Hesken, an underrated metal band? I haven't. I'm not really on the edge with metal anymore. It just feels like not much new has happened in metal in some time. There's an X song that marks the spot. That'll be good for a bow. Marks the spot. Just call it that. Lux says I get that. If you're brand new to metal, like, getting into it is going to be exciting and fun. Where's my, did I already put it on there? Wait, am I all done? I thought I had one more. I thought I had one more and I didn't. Oh, well, we're done then. Right? I don't think there's anything else here to do. Could repair some other gear, I guess, and then call it a day. And get to the adventure. We've got an adventure to go on here, remember? Can't forget about the adventure. New metal, you say? Well, new metal... Not that new metal. Sleep token question mark? Yeah, so like... If Sleep Token is new to you, then it's like, wow, this is so cool. But then if you've been listening to metal for years and years and years and years, you listen to Sleep Token and you're like, oh, that band, this band, that band, all together, bam, that's what you are. Like, that's a bit reductive and unfair, to put it that way. But that's kind of... Yeah, let me put it in a bit more of a fair way. It's like you hear like the new big band everyone's talking about, and you know the lineage behind it. You can hear how these artists listen to this music, this band, and then kind of like put it back together again. And that's true of all the music that came before it too. So I think it's more of an effect about getting older, maybe, than a reflection of where things are currently at. But with metal, looking back over the history of it, there's a lot of development through the 70s is a bit... stagnant, but like the 80s things start to accelerate, and it feels like the 90s is where you get this just branching out of sounds, and that kind of matures into the noughties, and things are very much sort of slowed down in the last decade and the 20s. It doesn't feel like where metal can go has gone much further. It's become a very mature genre. So you hear about these new bands, you listen to them, and it's kind of like, I can hear, you know, who influenced them. And there's this thing of distance as well. If you listen to a lot of like 80s and 90s metal, you can hear so much influence from Black Sabbath. And you go and listen to those old original Black Sabbath records, and you can... Tony Iommi made so many different riffing styles. He had like a fresh canvas to work with heavy metal. You can hear it. You can hear it again and again and again going into like the 80s and 90s. You go listen to some groove metal like Pantera, and then go listen to a song like Into the Void by Black Sabbath, and it's like, oh, there it is, you know, donkeys ago. This guy sort of laid the groundwork for that sound. Becca says, I've been going backwards in music and seeking out the inspirations, taking more of a journey in music. That's what I've been doing for a long time, Becca. I love watching like a documentary with an artist I like, and then they talk about who influenced them and who inspired them. You go listen to them, and then you're like, oh my god, I can hear what that band did in this other band that I like's music. And then you take it a step further. Then you go find out who influenced them, right? And the more you do that, you just start like drawing this big web of connections in your head. And that's what I've got. I've got a big web of connections. So like when someone says, oh, do you like this band? I tend to like hear a lot of stuff behind it, especially if it's metal. I can hear those sounds through the music that I've listened to before it. But with other genres, it can be like much more mysterious. Like I really like jazz fusion, for example. I was listening to there. Becca said it in chat. Started on Alan Holdworth's Secrets the other day. Yeah, so like I love that sound. I'm familiar with it. I don't really know a lot of jazz fusion history or artists or whatever, and I'm pretty sure with that guy making that record in 89, there's probably a lot of history behind it. If you're a jazz fusion person, you probably listen to that record and you'd be like, oh, here's 5 other records that came before it, and you go listen to those ones and you're like, oh, I hear it, you know. It's really cool. It's a really nice perspective on music. And then when you do it a lot, there's this interesting dance of listening to bands and like hearing influences and then hearing how much you're won over by how they interpret it. Like I listened to this record by a band called Soulbound or Soulbind. It'll be on my blog. And like pretty much 99% of like what's in the music I wouldn't call original, because I could point to so many artists that have touched on those sounds before them. But the way they write their songs and the expression that comes through it is really powerful and convincing. And so I'm really won over by it, but at the same time, it doesn't sound original in the slightest. And that's like a balancing act. Sometimes some bands have more of a sense of originality, but that could just sometimes maybe just be a bit of darkness in your own understanding of music, like where the gaps are. You can listen to a band and hear something that feels really original, and then it's like, oh, turns out it was this thing over here. That happened with that Alan Holdsworth record recently, because Frederick Thorn... I can never say his name properly, and I know I say it wrong, but it's like Frederick Thorndale or something of Meshuggah. His guitar solos are just like mind-bending, and whenever I listen to them, I have no reference frame. They just sound so alien and crazy and unique. And then I go and listen to this guy's record because someone said like this was a big influence on it, and it's like, oh my god, there it is. You found a link between those two sounds now. So like Meshuggah's guitar solos for a long time were like incredibly original in my mind, and now it's more like, I I found the thing that inspired that now. Captain Jolly Rogers, I've discovered so many genres and bands by looking up where hip-hop samples came from, but that was in the pre-internet days, so I did it at record stores. My dude, I love that because I too share a little story like that with hip-hop. Man, I would hear a song on an advert, a radio, the television, and I would be like, oh my god, I've heard that in a hip-hop record, right? And I had the internet, but it was pre-whosampled.com and like much more rummaging and research to figure stuff out. I mean, I'm doing that pre-internet must have been crazy. But I've had my own history of something very similar to that. So I know what that feels like. It's a cool thing to do, right? It's just a fascinating way to discover music. And today it's very documented and easy to do, like that website whosampled.com. I remember it's so long ago, some of the tracks evade my memory. One of the bands involved was MOP, or rap groups you might say, and then the other couple of records were way more like underground, and one was like an underground remix of a big artist, and they all had this same sample that was like a string section from a very almost gangster-like vibe, you know, mafioso type thing. And like I found it on 3 different tracks, like completely disconnected. But I never documented this stuff. I never wrote it down. It was just in my head for a long time, and now I've kind of forgotten all the bits. But that was like so much fun to suss that stuff out. And it would also drive me slightly mad. I'd get like really annoyed whenever I'd hear it somewhere and then have to go and figure it out. Like, good times though. Oh, I could have put Unbreaking on the shield. So we should make sure this thing's like got rockets. What did I say? We need arrows in here. But that is a pretty good kit right there. And the golden carrots are for it as well. What artist got me into metal or music in general? I mean, my introduction to metal was... The earliest I can find was Power Rangers. The Green Ranger, when I was a kid, had this Green Ranger song that was proper like 80s power metal. I didn't know it at the time. That is the earliest influence of that sound that I can find. But then it would have been like listening to MTV when nu metal was big. But right as that music was starting to catch my attention, I found Metallica. I heard Fade to Black on VH1, and it's like an explosion went off in my head. And I was like, what is this? It's like dark, it's powerful, it's melodic, it's crushing. What's going on? Who are Metallica? Give me more. There's a YouTube channel called Trash Theory. I watch every Trash Theory video since I found them, Becca. That they make the absolute best video essays on of music. I kind of wish they would expand their horizons beyond the British music scene, because I feel like they've sort of plundered all of the surface level bands, like the main ones, and now they're going deep on like more obscure, and it's a little less interesting. But if they started tapping into the American scene, like there's so much more music, because I feel like they've kind of covered. I should probably leave a comment and just say that, like, what's the harm in leaving a comment? They might read it and maybe give them food for thought. I don't know if anyone else is suggesting it. Like, I think the work they've done on the British music scene is absolutely top notch, but at the same time, I think it's gonna like run its course. You know? Do I listen to Bring Me the Horizon at all? Yeah, I do. I've been listening to them since they dropped their first EP. And I'm a big fan of that early stuff as it goes. They're an awesome band. You can't remember how you got into metal, it just happened. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the years roll by and it ends up being something that's like in the past, and it's hard to remember the little moments and the little details, but am I even spelling that right? I think it's like an N there. Do you know what? In Ous. Ominous. Let's get it right. I'm going to make a cup of tea, I think. Let's leave. Create group. Ominous. What's that mean? Players who are not in your group can hear you and you can hear them too. Yeah, that'll work. Right, so I've invited other hermits, but I don't think anyone much is too around. I'll probably drop a message in chat. But I imagine others are in the middle of doing things. They've got plans. I'm gonna go and get a cup of tea, I think. And then we'll take on the chamber. And we got some objectives. I got some things that I want to get from there as well. What tea are we making? Just an English brekkie, I think. Decaf at this time of day, right? I will go boil the kettle and then come right back. Leave some questions for me in the chat, because we'll talk while the tea's getting made, you know. Oh, right, okay. I'll be right back. All I have to do is press one button on the kettle and it'll start boiling, right? I left my cup of tea up here though. There's still a little bit left. Shall I promote thy music? I noticed some sales on Bandcamp, and it feels like, you know, a certain amount of time goes by and I don't talk about the music. I talk about it again, and then bam, some sales come through. It's always fun to see. Dude, I'm so excited for Motionless in White. Bring Me the Horizon and Plot in You all in one concert. It sounds like a banging concert. Motionless in White are all right. They're cool bands. To me, we were talking about hearing other bands in their sound. Like, I was listening to a song of theirs earlier today, and it's just like, you can just hear Slipknot in it, and sometimes it's Manson, and sometimes it's Rammstein, and if you don't know about those other bands before them, you go back and listen, you'll hear some like really strong, I mean, some people might call it plagiarism, I don't think that's fair, but like very similar sounding, you know, not just like influence, but like a bit more blueprinty with their music. A bit more carbon copy, I think, is probably the term to use. Mary Poppins excited about the trial chamber. Well, stick around, we're about to jump into that. Is it disrespectful to say the same thing 4 times in chat? Because I'm trying to thank you, X, for the advice for my music exam. Now I have all the lyrics finished. It's not. I get it. You want to get a message across and sometimes it doesn't. I think it's about the way you do it. It's like the etiquette of it. You can be a bit frustrating if you want to be heard and you're not. Some people might come along and just like spam it over and over again. That's not the way to do it. I'm glad the advice helped. That's cool. That's cool. Right, I'm going to go make the tea now. Just before I left, I saw a message from Becca there in chat saying that sometimes when you hear a band or you hear another band's sound in a band, it helps you make like an instant connection, which is interesting because sometimes I spend time literally seeking out bands that sound like another band because I want more of that. And then other times I'll hear this band and be like, oh, you sound like this one over here. And it's like, it's almost like a point against them, which is a bit strange. Bit of a strange thing. Yo, Powerboss, my dude, thank you for all the gifted subs. You have reminded me that we do our little thing next. Smoky Phoenix, thank you for 17 months. Appreciate the support. Yeah, check back in chat. Say thanks if you got one. And if you do get gifted a sub today, or you are subscribed with Amazon Prime, or you are a regular subscriber, you get access to the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. Ask in chat if you'd like to hook up your account. Today we're going to Heart Gamer's base. It's Sugar Hearts Island, where we will find a milk chocolate that leads through the Candy Pop Forest towards Mount Cocoa and the Chocolate River towards Gingerbread Farmhouse and the future of Cupcake Village. This sounds like I'm gonna get me some good old tooth rot over here. Hey, I remember this place. I remember this place. And there's Nautilus. Oh, dude, zombie. Zombie Nautilus. Looking mean, looking rude. Welcome to Sugar Hearts Island. Please follow the milk chocolate path and explore the developing island to your heart's content. Also, don't forget to sign the guest book at the booth. Eric Clark, 1901, thank you for 2 months. You're such a great content creator. Thank you for all you do. Thanks for a lovely message, my dude. Much appreciated. NF Crips says, what tea bag have you used, and if it's not Twining, I'm unfollowing. It is Twining. It is Twining. Hey, this place is cool. I like the theme. If you want a little bit of a thing to do, check out a game from the 90s called Zool. Z-O-O-L. It is like a platformer, like a Sonic the Hedgehog clone, but it's all candy. Like, the whole place is just candy. I remember playing it as a kid and being like, whoa, this game's weird. It's got like a really quirky vibe to it. Yeah, I love the theme. Am I supposed to follow this road, right? This is the Milk Chocolate Road. I mean, when you go for something like really out there, like a candy themed island, you get to do what you want with the color palette, right? Do you know what? Some sunlight right now is probably a good idea. Chocolate River. Oh, you know what you got to do? You got to put that little, what's his name? Augustus? Is that the kid's name? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? When was the last time I saw that movie? Oh my god, I love doing like movie rewatches, but I've never thought of rewatching that one. That's always been just something I watched as a kid at Christmas, you know? Like, or with family. I can't remember the last time I saw it. Only the mining area is around. Very different on the inside. Becca says, love the colors. Yeah, it's so vibrant and different. That's what I was getting at. When you set yourself like a really different theme, like the rules of what you can do with the terrain and the landscape really change. Oh, someone's busy right now. These look like cupcakes to me. I've been doing some baking lately. I had my dark chocolate baked cake today with a big slab of peanut butter on top of it. It's so good. And I got the no additives peanut butter. It is peanut butter literally made out of nothing but peanut. Like, maybe they do put like, do you have to put butter in to make it peanut butter? That sounds like such a stupid question. Maybe when I read the label that it was butter on it and I just kind of forgot about it. But it made a point that there was like no canola oil or like additives like that added. This was like a straight peanut one, which was kind of cool. So I think the caves in this area and terrain are blackstone basically. And then this is a gingerbread house. There's a very gingerbready tone of wood. I mean, it's spruce wood, but something about the pale, like, kind of brings out the gingeriness a little bit. Also, I really like ginger in cooking. Like, I'm a sucker for a little bit of gingerbread, I'll admit. I love that. I love the pink box. Oh, it's a loaf of bread with the shovel in right there. That's cool. Nice fire. Oh, hello. Hello, Caramel. We've seen a couple of doggies today. What's back here? Secret room. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. PB&J. Pure peanut butter or peanuts and salt. No, there is no actual dairy butter in peanut butter. It is completely dairy-free and vegan. Typically made by simply grinding roasted peanuts into a paste. The name butter only refers to its creamy, spreadable texture and consistency. Room Piece, thank you for sharing that. It kind of feels like you copied that from Google. If you didn't like that very well articulated sentence. But that sounds like it was copied from some sort of Wikipedia. Not that that's a problem, of course. Yeah, that's what I read then. It was just pure peanuts. It kind of made a point of it. This is peanut butter without any extra sugar and stuff like that in. And I absolutely love peanut butter. Trial chamber with who? We'll invite any hermit that's online to join us. But it might be a small crowd today as the server's a little bit on the quiet side. And then we got some carrots. Of all the things to be growing out here, it's carrots. The least... Well, actually, what is the least candied vegetable? Because carrots can be pretty sweet. I mean, I was chomping on some carrot earlier and it was pretty sweet. I've noticed that lately. Where I've cut out a little bit more sugary stuff. Even that's getting sweeter now. Carrots for carrot cake. Well done. You figured it out. I think we've seen most of it to see here. Let's fly up into the sky. There might be like some like hidden underground farms and stuff like that. Or not. I didn't even see a storage area. Magic, really. But that was Heart Gamer's base. And it was very cool, very different. Very colourful. You just got here, Hermitcraft's really changed. We're doing the LPMT tour. This is for anyone who's subscribed. So if you got gifted a sub today, or you're a subscriber and you're curious, ask in chat. They'll show you how to hook up. You can get access for a month. Maybe you'll find a really cool community that you want to be a part of. Let's get back on the server. Let's set up that group again. Ominous trial. Yeah, we've got to drink a little bit of tea first, I think. That's a necessity. We should probably swap out our gear already. I need my wings to get there, so we'll just keep our regular wings for now. Then we're going to need a whole bunch of them. Because we're going to use that bow instead of this one, so we'll swap them around. The sword can actually stay. This is a much better sword. That's just our backup one. I think I'll keep the pick on me, but we'll swap out the carrots. We'll put that on the offhand. We want some ender pearls. Oh, do I want that? Or, actually, I think I need the shield. Let's put the totem in the hotbar because I need the shield. Okay, then these things get to go up there. Chest plate is like a swap thing, so we'll put it on the hotbar. And then, is there anything else? Torches are always handy. I've already got some, though. I think that's kind of it. I think that's kind of it for us. That to pick up loot. That can go in there. No point carrying that. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's us. That's us. I'm going to fly out to the spot. And then we'll sit and drink some tea. Bed? Oh, yeah. I don't think I want a bed because, well, I got to put down the bed and then the ender chest next. Okay, yeah. As long as I put the ender chest next to it, I think we'll be okay. I should probably get like some blocks and stuff so I can cheese it. I'm not looking for the straightforward adventuring. I think I'm just looking to get some loot today. We'll see how we do. We'll grab some stones so that we can place blocks and stuff. But there's beds there, that's true. I'll put one down at the entrance. Because I don't think there is one there. Where is the entrance? I think it's literally somewhere here. It's sleepy time for me, so unfortunately... Tango says mountain. The mountain must get built. Is it like somewhere right here? Or... Oh, maybe it's like around the corner more? I thought it was about here. It's been a minute since I've been out to this spot. Oh yeah, over this bit and then down there somewhere. This looks more like it. Pole's finished her terrain. That's going to be awesome to see the end result of. Here you go. Do we need a death counter? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Mountain, one word to explain it all. True. One word to explain them all. What does that remind you of? Did I just use X-ray to find the trial chamber? I used it to find the entrance that I've visited many times before, and just because it's been a minute, I forgot exactly where it was. I've been to this trial chamber lots of times before. This is not the right way to it, but like, there you go. If I keep going around, I'll find it. There, somewhere here, there should be a staircase from where you're standing on top of it. Here you go. Right, that brings us to the trial chamber, which I've scraped for these blocks. So whenever we're ready to get going, we can get going. If we want to have a bed area, I think putting it just up here makes sense. We also, you know, we won't be flying away out of the trial chamber, so I don't really need that on the hotbar, do I? And then we need that here. Do I need to bring that around with me? I'll tell you what, that might be handy. A few of those. I think I'm going to leave a chest up here for now, just so we don't like lose too much stuff while we're in there. I can't. We might need that, but like, I don't think I'm going to need the rockets, right? If I'm leaving that up here. Maybe leave a few things as backup or something. And then we should be good. Should be pretty straightforward from this point out. Ah. Right. Oh, I'm decked out in diamond. It's been a minute since I've seen that. I'm going to drink this cup of tea first before we get going. Having a beacon before having a lighter feels odd. Does it? You can fight a wither before you go to the end dimension. That is really, really hot and warm. I think we might have to drink it as we go. I'm gonna actually sit down for this one. Been on my feet a lot today. Oh, Wolf Howler, sorry to hear you're feeling unwell. Do you know what? Yesterday, I was at the computer for a long time and I just felt drowsy and in a bad mood and stuff. And fortunately, I had that gig to go to in the evening, so that meant a lot of walking. But at the same time, I was kind of wrestling with the fact that I could drive to the station or like drive to the underground and get like the tube to the gig, and it's less walking and stuff. But I had this gut feeling I just needed fresh air, and boy oh boy did I. I think I'm a little allergic to computers as I get older. Something about sitting at them for hours on end, and you really just need like fresh air. Just get outside and get away from it. Faye Child says that is the first time I heard the desk. For real? You've been here for a long time. You getting paid tomorrow? You're going to buy yourself books to celebrate. Awesome. Or at least some type of movement. Oh, definitely you need the movement, but it really felt like the fresh air and just being away from the computer. Like, it's an interesting theory that sitting in front of a screen static can maybe make you feel a bit drowsy and stuff, but I've always struggled to sit for more than a couple of hours, but then on occasion I have these days where it really feels like it's a problem. Oh, definitely needed the shit. Oh, they're gonna fight each other or not. Oh, oh, you got some sort of power bow. Yo, my armor is doing good, son. I love it. I picked a hard battle. They got poison. Oh, I think it's time to dart away. It's time to dart away. Oh my god, they're chasing me, aren't they? Alright, I've darted away. Gotta remember, they're snipers. They shoot, they bend shots around corners, up and over ledges. Come on, start fighting each other. That's how you make my life easy here. Yeah, take that. Take that, sucker. Okay, what do we get? A steak. Yay, I got one steak. Are you serious? That was the only loot that I got. Well, that's kind of bum. That's kind of bum. What else is in this room? One over here. I think there's cave spiders in here. How will that go down? This one's a breeze. Will fighting it be a breeze? Probably not. I tried to make a joke. Breezes are kind of like weak. I have a feeling like with Ominous, they don't wear armor. I don't think they get much of a buff. This might be one of the easier fights. It's probably going to be an annoying one. Oh my god. Come back here, you. You scamp! Jumping around and stuff. They're so zippy. I feel like if I had speed right now, I could get out a little quicker. I haven't even taken any actual damage yet, have I? Hey, blowback! Sometimes it happens. Is that it? Did I get all of them? And I got a steak again? Was that it? Just a steak? Right, next one is a harder one because it's going to be cave spiders. Breezes aren't difficult, they're just annoying. That seems to be the key takeaway, doesn't it? Here they come. Oh, gosh. Oh. Let's get out of there. I was hoping that, like, the swipe would do a bit more. Okay, eat a steak. How's the armor looking? The armor's okay. You can hear the thorns going off. Boop, boop. These aren't that strong either, because they're just regular cave spiders, basically. I think the amount of them might be the difficulty increase. Time to move, time to move. Move and eat, move and eat. That's why you're getting steaks. You need them. Good, good, good. One up there. Oh, down here now. Got ya. And you drop some cobweb. Hey, hey, what's that gonna do? Yeah. Oh! Cheeky! Yay, we got one! Nice. Oh, wait. I just took a lot of damage. Poisoned for a few more seconds. Okay. And then we'll have to eat another golden carrot. Right, let's lock that one back up. I do wonder about making like little farms out of these things because they need a line of sight for where they can... Actually, I might be able to do this like just with a few stacks of blocks. Let's mess around with it a little bit. Maybe turn this into a bit of a semi-automated farm. This is actually where I need to go next. Now that's a regular one. We've got to look out for the ominous ones. That's some junk that I left behind. You can see I really scavenged the blocks here. Let's drink some tea. The fawns sounds like skiers. Ooh, yeah. Oh, imagine replacing that on fawns. Good tea, good tea. So where are they at in this room? Central, you can see one over there. Podzol, doesn't that mean it's bogged, right? So what I was getting at is if we cover in all of this space... Now, they can only spawn within line of sight. I'll give them a little bit more room than they actually need here. So in theory, they're going to spawn in this space. Maybe I should put a torch up there. Just in case. Put one over here as well. So with this being skeletons, skellybobs, in theory, they can't see me. No, I think they could see me at the back. So how is this? We do something like that. And then we crouch and we hit them. Oh, wait, does that mean it can spawn over back here? Oh, wait, it's cave spiders. Oh! They can get through that gap. The ominous creates like the little potions that drop things on you as well. Right, there's also no like automated collection, but this is way better than how we were doing it before. Right, I think I need to eat now, and that guy's going to get out and take some thorns damage. Right, so I'm guessing the other one is like probably stuck up here, yeah. Is there more? Come on. I feel like that's a hit. Hey. Right, and then we get a reward, which appears to be another ominous key. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Now, you only need to block the line of sight with it. So I think what we'll do is just do that for now and leave it alone. Not bad, hey? Should we do that again? Make our life nice and easy? You think the ominous projectiles can be anything, right? You've seen eggs before. Yep, they can be eggs, but I don't think they can be anything. Any other good loot from that? I don't think so. Just the key. Which, this looks like one of the spots you might find one. Hello! Okay. I think this might be the first one of the season. It is. It is revolting. Yes! That is literally the loot that I am after. Oh my god, that is so good. That is one of two things that I need from here. Brilliant. Just brilliant. The other one is a music disc, by the way, if you're curious. What are we going to put in here? I'll keep the emeralds for now. Let me make a note. That's going to go in a future episode. Do I hear double music all of a sudden? Nope. This song just happens to have a particularly, like, groovy drum line. You have been watching since Season 6, loving the content, and already pre-ordered the banner. Thank you for pre-ordering. Pre-orders are over now, so if you're hearing this and you're like, I want the banner, it's like, oh, sorry, too late. Too late, unfortunately. But yeah, thanks for ordering. A music disc for your voting poll? What would it have to do with voting? Well, that's where we're heading next. I can't remember if this room has all of its spawners sealed up. It doesn't. This room could be a little bit of Armageddon, if we're not careful. I wonder if I can get... Nah, I probably can't get nearer to it. Not activating it, you know. Right, fellas, you're the easy ones, but you're probably going to take forever. I know how it goes. Oi! Oi! How many hits? Come on. Ka-cha! Oh, come on. They're such a pain. One thing you learn about fighting them is it's like they shoot and then they jump. You can predict that. Okay. We'll block this one off for next time. More, please. Thank you very much. What did I get from that? I wasn't paying attention. I got another ominous key. Sweet. Right. Will I get the other thing that I need immediately? Let's find out. What will it be? That's always nice. No record disc. That's fine. That's fine. The adventure continues. That was the Notch Apple. The book was Density Numero Tuoro. Numero Tuoro. Let's continue this way. The power of fawns compels me to. It does. It does. How y'all liking the raid? Is it fun that I'm cheesing the fights, or are you fine with that? Because I'm just grinding for loot, you know. That's what we're up to. X get records and end stream. I wouldn't end it early, but if I got the record, I'd maybe stay for a little bit longer. It's, you know, sometimes it's the only reason you head to a place, though, right? You got that objective, and once you do it, you're like, okay, now on to the next thing. Looks like chat is actually fine with this. Okay, I'm going to block that one off as like a reminder there's nothing through there. Because we are actually looking for some combat. Believe it or not. Oh yeah, this one had like a ladder below it that didn't lead anywhere. Like, what's that about? Just generates a ladder at the basement. Works smarter, not harder. Yeah. Oh, this one's also a dead end. Riptide? Riptide ain't worth it, is it? Is that like a different... No, it's the same type. It's a trap. Oh, not a very good trap. I mean, it's got a ladder on it. Minecraft combat is meant to be cheesed. True, it kind of is. It kind of is. I didn't block that one off, did I? Whoopsie. Okay, this leads somewhere else. This one might not have blocked off spawners. Oh, no, it does. It does. Okay. So, we'll do the thing. Come out here, then. I don't know what type this is, but we'll do what we did before. And we'll go ahead and put slabs here. And then we'll probably find out that it's cave spiders and be like, oh. Come on, sucker. It is cave spiders. I'm ready. I'm reefy like a leafy. Why are we not seeing spawns? Oh, they're that type of spider. Interesting. Well, in which case, they clearly need a bigger spawn area. Yeah, give me a minute. Give me a minute, fellas. I'm working on it. Yeah, there you go. Now it can spawn in that space, but it can't escape. But it has line of sight outside of the area. Oh, invisible, are we? Slightly cheaty. It seems to prefer, like, spawning it really close by. Hey, I was trying to mine a block. I think what you need to do with these things is make it so that the mobs spawn and they then find their way to you, but that doesn't have line of sight with something outside of the area. Another one, wow. That makes sense. Maybe we can try and get that working on the next one. Where is the next one? Is there a next one? I think we just take that thing there and move on. Yeah, this room only had one. Fair enough. Oh no, it's got something in the corner over there. Okay, good. Maybe in the other corner. Just that corner. Okay, let's see how we fare with this one then. Come on, record disc. I'll take the template. That's cool. Some diamonds? An iron block? Oh my god. Such amazing loot. It read my mind. Iron block. I kind of actually don't want that. Alright. I like the template. That's cool. Fell down. So... you can kind of see there's already space for these things to spawn. And I'm sort of thinking maybe it's the blocks below them that we want to focus on a bit more. Ah, and then there's that. I don't have a lot of these blocks left either. Might have to borrow some of these other ones from the area. Mace grinds? No, not actually looking for a mace. Not looking for a mace. Which means I'll probably get a heavy core before long, right? That's how that works, I think. When you don't want it, you get it. We're just looking for the record disc. What time is it for me? It is 7:45. The day has gone by quick, let me say that. Okay, yeah, that one's good to remove. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. Because that can see down to about here. Let's get a torch up there. And then let's place these ones. So when all those blocks are removed on the inside, and I'm here, somewhere around here I am. I think slabs would stop the it would stop the line of sight from seeing me, but then I think it can see here, if that makes sense. Either way, let's give it a try. And now I struggle. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then they might fight each other a little bit, which is handy. Guys, I'm trying to mine that block. There we go. Could possibly put like an iron door or just a door on the side. Minecraft was meant to be cheesed, right? Someone said that earlier. I agree. I'm cheesing it. Big time. Also, I think a mob can technically spawn on top of that thing. Oh no, there's a block on it. Never mind. Now I want to go in and collect my loot. Which was... I didn't even see what it was, people. Potatoes? Did I just get cooked potatoes? Sweet. I'll take it. I'll take it. Right. And then I'm just going to leave that be. I think it's time to put down a shulker box. This has been really quite easy, hasn't it? We have not been challenged much at all. I'm just going to put the poison ones in there, along with all the other good loot. Enchanted golden apple is pretty sweet. Some of this stuff we're obviously going to pick up again in a minute, but we'll be good now. Storm Surger Air, thank you for 12 months. A whole year. It has indeed been a whole year, my friend. Thank you for your amazing support. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you're entertained, having a good time. That's what we're all about here. Are you entertained, chat? Are you entertained? Usually put a fence gate. Yeah, a fence gate would work as well, wouldn't it? Although the wind charges can interact with redstone elements, so maybe not. Maybe not. You are, in fact, entertained. That is positive, I believe. It's not negative, it's positive. Are you not entertained? I'm entertained. I always enjoy a good stream. Oh, very careful. Man, I love Cheez-Its, says Jenny. That was really random to me. You love Cheez-Its. Good for you. Now you're making me think about food. I feel kind of hungry. I don't know why. I've eaten all I need to eat today. I had a lovely salad, really big salad with some, one of those like poke bowls that adds like grains and hummus and fresh veg. And then I had that with some of I had some tuna and carrot mixed with Szechuan sauce and egg. God, such a good spicy little compliment. Lovely. I like my food. I know what I like. And I like my food. I think I'm going to check with the Cheaty 3 cam, but I think we hit everything up. Is that the first area? No, that's... What area is that? We came from up above. This is the first area. You go down into this one. There's the 2 dead ends and the 1 bit there. There's the bit over there. So yeah, but there is more back in this direction. How is it connected? I see where I missed it. I remember this. You just got to walk back this way. I remember this. I have done this trial chamber before. Let's do the bit off to the... maybe not, actually. Let's go this way first. Oh, wait. One of those. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Will we get a book? Or, sorry, a record disc. A record disc! Ah. Another one of those. That's fine. Protection 2. Not bad. And some beds. Alright, we'll go this way. I've activated something. It's breeze. That's manageable. That one over there's a problem. I think there might be one in that corner. This room could be a bit of a... Oh, you're up there now. This room could be a bit of a headache. I'm gonna make a staircase in. And then fight the breeze. Oh, right next to the thing. Ah, you got cornered. Ugh. By the water. Oh, dude, we're so going to accidentally set off one of those things, I can tell. Oh my god. I have no water resistance thing. That's what I forgot to put on my booties. The old thingy of thing. I forget what it's called for the movement. Or was it the helmet that does that? And it's the boots, isn't it? What's it called again? This is what I'm talking about. I'm definitely getting old. Why can't I remember the name of that enchanted Depth Strider? Oh my god. I have an alternate theory to all this like getting old thing, by the way. And it is that... Okay, I'm going to ask you a question before I share my theory. Do you feel like you have seen more streamers lately maybe like mention feeling getting old and not remembering stuff? Does this feel like something you see people mention more lately? Heart Gamer says yes. Okay. If you Autumn says no, must be getting old. I can't remember. I must be getting old. Not exactly maybe. Well, we had a few yeses to begin with, and now we got some no's and maybes. Get back here, you scamp. Oh, dude, the fawns wrecked that fall. Did you see? Fall got wrecked by fawns. Yes, because all children are adults now. You know, there is a bit of a generational thing to this idea, but not entirely what I'm getting at. Anyway, I feel like I've seen Ren mention it on his streams, but I have this like alternate theory. And believe me, this is no conspiratorial tinfoil hat. COVID was engineered or anything stupid like that. But we did just have a pandemic, which may have side effects we are not yet fully familiar with, right? And it could just be getting old, or it could be that I had COVID and it affects your memory. I've heard people make these claims. Science is not, you know, just anecdotal stories and theories. There's a lot more that goes into it. So I'm not trying to be unscientific. I'm trying to make it very clear. This is just a little bit of casual, conversational speculation. But I don't know. It makes me wonder. Like, Could it be something like that, right? Because there's all this like long COVID and people reported getting like lower energy levels, and some people reported having issues with memory and brain fog, and maybe one day we'll know. The COVID brain fog is real. I don't remember having memory loss. Well, of course you wouldn't remember having it. You lost it. That one wrote itself. At some point you get old and your memory changes, right? But I don't know, it feels a little like unexpected or something, you know, like a little too soon. And maybe if it were related to something like that, it would explain it. But hey, it might be something we find out like when we're old. You know, like in 10 years, there might come all this like, all these studies have been conducted and they're like, we're pretty sure that COVID did indeed cause memory loss. And then you'd be like, wow, okay, that explains a lot. I've never had a positive COVID test, by the way. I've been sick in and around COVID. I've been sick, tested myself, and it's not COVID, right? But I'm pretty sure I would have got it at some point. I've had the vaccine. There's... Oh, I didn't get an ominous key. What did I get? A steak. Alright, these rooms will be good for farming. So I'm going to like lock them up a bit and then build the farms next time. That stuff I'd like to keep. Right? I use that stuff. This stuff, not so much. I can buy more of it. It's not actually what I want right now, though. I want some of these blocks. Let's use them to block off the rest of that. And then this one over here needs a bit of blockage as well. You've had it 3 to 4 times, but it's just a slight worse cold for me. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, like having experience that you're used to, like the way, like we don't, oh, how do you put it? Like life's very complicated. There's many variables, right? Like imagine you have godlike powers to see yourself or the world in like A and B, as in you can literally run the test of like the difference that to you if you did or didn't have this thing, and there'll probably be like some really small subtle changes and some big stuff maybe, but like we can't really quantize any of that or theorize on it too much either. Like we do our best with the scientific process to learn about these things. But like even having the flu, we normalize it in our mind. It's like, oh, I get sick and then I get better. But it leaves your body in a different state. And does that have any long-term effects? It might do. Some that are very minor, right? Some that are very like not worth talking about or whatever. But like everything you go through in life has some sort of effect on you. So let's block this one off as well. So like we tend to like normalize and rationalize things. It's just a way of getting through life. That's how you get through life. You can't second guess everything and overthink the details. You have to like simplify in order to understand reality and get on with life. Makes total sense. And so like a flu, oh, you know, I got sick, I had the flu. It just becomes, that's what it becomes. It becomes a simplified thing. You know, I got sick, had the flu, move on. And as we start to like think that way about something like COVID, as the novelty of it wears off, we forget that it could do other small minor things to us that we're not aware of until later on, until we are able to find a way to learn about it and verify that it's real or not, you know? So I wouldn't be surprised if like 10, 20 years down the line, you know, studies have been done and we've got all this data now and it turns out, hey, COVID also did this, you know? Insert idea here. You got so lucky the first 2 times you had COVID. I could have had much worse, especially with my heart. It affects everyone differently, right? Even if you've got pre-existing health conditions, it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be susceptible to that thing. It probably raises the odds, right? But it affects everyone differently. Like some people get it and like they, you know, just get on with their day or whatever, and other people it knocks them out and off their feet. It's crazy. It's all a big mystery. You have new allergies after COVID, and you know, are they linked? They could be. Do you like Crytopsy? That is so in line with our conversation right now. I'm aware of them. I never got big into them. Right, I kind of want to try. It's like right there. Look. Oh no! Don't look. Like, can I do this? I think I can. And then I'll probably do something really stupid like that. That was really stupid. Come on. We can do this. Nice. Now we'll go around to the other side and take care of that. Just wondering if there's another one I'm going to accidentally activate on the way. Now, one of these has to be the one that we actually farm with. I guess I can leave that there. How do I put in the roof? I guess I need I need a block offset somewhere and then place it. Oh, it's always going to be like a little too far away. Aha. Brain smarts. They study all of this statistically. Hospital and clinical data is collected and comorbidities are studied. I code hospital health data and we are still tracking COVID new and old for these reasons, says Arizon Rose. That's awesome. That's fascinating. That must be a really interesting work you do. Because, yeah, somewhere in that data we might be able to notice trends and patterns. And it might be something like no one ever thought of. Just at some point, someone notices, hey, look, this thing correlates with that thing. Yo, TBNR Woods, thank you so much for 33 months. How am I doing? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. We got Snow Chris here for 24 months as well. 2 whole years. Appreciate you, my dude. Thanks for sticking around. Let's go and... this is bogged, so I'm just going to do it like this. Now, oh, wait, no. That's not how you do it, because then they spawn out here. I need to be lower than that, right? I need to be where the thing itself can't see us. Kinda. I don't know. What if I'm... It needs line of sight so it can see that space there. If I put that, it wouldn't spawn there, I think. Like, now I can see it, but it can't see a space where it can spawn. I am definitely not quite getting this right, am I? Like, I understand the concept. I'm just not... I'm not working with that, like, 3-dimensional space. Like, it might spawn it in here. Maybe that's where slabs helped me before. It stopped something like that from happening. So, let's go make some slabs. Put them in... I think I can put them in like this. If I fill in the floor, it can't spawn in that space. So I just need to, yeah, do something like that. Now I can go here. In fact, I could probably even go for that. That's the way you do it. Yeah? Like, it can see here, but it can't spawn anything there. That's the trick. Also, I think the bogged at the back might see me and attack me. But on this occasion, we're okay. Take some items and leave. And we built another little farm thing there. Chicken! Is that all I get? Chicken? Strength, I don't mind. Decorated pot, I don't really need. Iron, no thanks. Coda Corgi, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Off the topic, but I love how this season has a lot of interconnected and close spaces. It makes it feel like one world instead of a bunch of home islands, says Jewel. What's interesting about that take is I actually feel like we're spread out a bit more this season. In fact, I did a density calculation based on last season, and we were twice as close to each other last season than we are this season. But I think that one of the reasons why people say that we're more connected is because of Bobby Mod and Voxy. I think it makes the world, it lets you see further, and thus you feel like you see more of what other hermits are doing, right? But we're not actually, technically speaking, we're not actually closer to each other. It's kind of crazy. Does my copper storage work on Bedrock? Possibly. You'd have to build it and find out for yourself, because I don't play Bedrock. The EFO cannon makes everything close. Yeah, having a method like that to travel helps. Getting a lot of poison arrows out of this thing. Keep finding these like dead-end basements, don't we? X, the VC has an important question. Is it in the jungle, the quiet jungle, or in the jungle, the mighty jungle? I don't know if that's like a reference to something. I don't know what that question is about. Yeah, I don't know. Is the answer. This is the start area. Look, there's the trapdoor. So nothing back there. We just got to find another room off the side, I guess. Straight over XSS, says Becca. Well, I don't know what the reference is, so, you know. He has never heard a lullaby? I have not heard a lullaby about the jungle that sounds like that. I could be scavenging some more bulbs while I'm here, but I'm feeling lazy. Plus, we got the Blaze Farm thing now, so... Wait, do I? Or was that last season? Someone's got a Blaze Farm. And hopefully they'll help me out when I need some bulbs. Got a geode right there. I don't think there's any connections off the top, so now we just have to go to the area behind this. Wait. Wait. How have I run out of the ominous effect? It was supposed to last an hour and 40 minutes. And we've been here for about 40 minutes or less. When did it run out? Maybe the thing that we learned earlier was not correct. I'm going to look it up on the wiki, because that is the thing I probably should have done right at the beginning. Right, an ominous bottle drops between level 1 and 5. We know that. I'm not seeing the answer to our question here. But it feels like the article should have it somewhere. So it talks about the effect duration as if there's no different... Oh, wait, it's because it's split maybe into its own... It's split into its own article. I see. When a trial spawner sees a player with bad omen, the bad omen transforms to trial omen, so it splits into a different thing. So trial omen... it's 15 minutes multiplied by the level of bad omen. Yeah. Okay, I understand what's going on now. So, the time has nothing to do with it when you come to a trial area. Your level gets multiplied into time. So, with level 2, we got given 30 minutes. Which makes sense. Like, it's probably... This roast chicken that we got? I thought, that's not like ominous loot, is it? And, you know what? Probably wasn't, right? That's why we're having this problem now. Okay. Well, let's head back to the beginning and maybe the time that we have for today, I'm gonna come back here and do some more adventuring on my own. But I think we could set up a little something for next journey back here. Shrieker. Why does Shrieker sound like some sort of reference? How do we get out of here? I've forgotten the way we came in. I think it's somewhere up here on the left. Or behind me, maybe? Is this it? This is it. You can trigger the effect in 140, but it does not last as long once triggered. Yeah, that's correct. So, like, you get given Bad Omen for 1 hour and 40, and then once you trigger, it becomes something different, essentially. If we look at this right here, part of the hard work's already been done for us, really. I just need some more blocks, and I think I left a stack behind me somewhere. I built like a whole loot farm last season, and you went around on rail and got like loot from lots of different places. And my main takeaway at the end of it was like, there's quite a lot of effort, and I didn't think much of it overall. But you do get some decent loot from this. Maybe it just feels more rewarding when I come over here and like fight mobs and scavenge blocks, and I get some loot at the same time. It just feels more like satisfying. It's a strange thing because you know, building a farm is usually quite gratifying once you finish it. Maybe not in the case of this. Right, we'll take out the few extra blocks that are not necessary. And then when I next do this bit, we'll simply activate it from somewhere. Take out all those extra blocks. In fact, I think I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, just because it can be. Makes it easier to hit the mobs, right? If they're not coming to you and stuff. You have to go, unfortunately. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Mary Poppins, thanks for tuning in. When am I next going to play Phasmophobia? I really don't know. I have this problem with games where when I lose interest in them, I really lose interest in them. And I'm, in general, not really in a gaming vibe at all lately. Like, my brain is so not there. My brain has been way more musically oriented. I started studying my music theory again. I keep getting drawn to the piano and playing guitar, like, very, very naturally. Not just like, oh, it's practice time, just constantly feeling musical lately. And, you know, why would I play games when I can play instruments and stuff? So I feel like that's how my brain's just working at the moment. There just isn't much of a desire. Have I got any notebook plans on Hermitcraft? Seems right up my alley. I mean, that's the whole thing for my season, is to get musical. So I say it so much, you'll have to wait and see. But, you know, it takes time to get all the things ready to do big projects. So I'm going to put the slabs somewhere around here. I should really maybe think this through a little bit more and fully optimize. But for now, I think I'm going to do it like this. So you'll walk into this space here, and then you can use that. Yeah, seems about right. How about games about music? Yeah, like what games about music? Because I can't play Guitar Hero because I can play an actual guitar and it drives me nuts. Like trying to follow the things on the screen when they don't follow the rhythm and stuff. I don't like those Beat Saber type games. Again, it's this weird thing of like, if you can play an instrument, like you get this really strong connection between like position, shape of muscle memory, rhythm, tempo. Like, you get all of that, and then you go play some, like, musical rhythm game, and, like, it's not like playing an instrument. It doesn't actually, like, go along with the music. Like Guitar Hero, it sort of mimics, but it's not like playing an instrument. And it's really frustrating, because you're, like, trying to unlearn an instrument to play a game that's mimicking playing an instrument. There's a beat game called Melatonin, so you have to do actions in time to the music, says The Life of L. Yeah, I played a couple of those games. So one that I actually liked was called Necromancer, I think. That was a pretty cool one. But again, like, why play a game when I can play music? It's just, I don't know, it's like an inferior experience. So, yeah, that's where I'm at lately with games. I'm really, really uninterested. Very little that crosses my path that I actually feel like playing. Rocksmith is like Guitar Hero with real instruments. See, I wanted to get into Rocksmith, but from what I read, they like pushed updates to the game that changed it and took away its I don't know, people wrote really negatively about it. Like, you can play Rocksmith up until a certain update, and then after that, like, the game becomes garbage or something. And it kind of put me off. And it was also like, that version of the game is over 10 years old, and so I sort of thought, is it going to be like behind what's possible? Something I really, really want to figure out is how like modern technology might include some form of AI before you go, oh, AI, icky, oh, you said the icky word. That might not mean large language models. It might just mean, you know, stuff based on that, or some sort of smart, intelligent bit of technology. Remember, we used to call mobs in Minecraft mob AI, right? I would have thought by now we would have had some sort of, like, plug in, play a riff, and it would turn it into a tab for you. But it doesn't look like we have that. And I would love that, because I was trying to write I was writing a riff the other day. I was just jamming and then found a really cool riff, and I tried to tab it. And I have this problem when I play riffs kind of fast, like fast riffs, I really struggle to, like, figure out the rhythm and get it properly tabulated. Some things I should probably try are, like, maybe playing along to a metronome might help me figure it out a little better. Get the right tempo, then it's easy to tab. But I was also thinking, like, surely by now someone's created, you know, plug and play version of this where you just plug your guitar in and it does that hard work for you. But I couldn't find it. I did a little bit of research, and no one's made a, like, play your guitar and the computer will tab it for you program, it feels like. There's a few things, but Songster can do it, but you need premium for more than 20 seconds, I believe. Really? Songster is just such a good product. And I really don't like the idea of, like, subscribing to it, because I'm so used to having tabs being something I have on my computer and I can access at any time I like. But dang, I mean, their product's so good that it's a persuasive argument. I might have to switch. Okay, we're going to swap back to that bow. This belongs in here. What else belongs in there? Golden carrots belong in there. Now that's my regular wings, I'm pretty sure. Why do they not go to the hotbar when you take them off? That's weird. That's the loot that I got. So where's all of my armor now? Where's the chest plate gone? What? Am I going a little bit cuckoo? Where'd the chest plate go? Oh, wait, it's in here? Oh, I guess, yeah, no, I put on my wings to get out of there. Right, that makes sense, that makes sense. Okay, so some of this stuff belongs in there. That was loot. This is all, like, normal inventory on the left. Everything on the right is, like, loot. The bed needs to go back home, and then all of that's good. I think I'll leave the steaks in here. That's my normal food. We'll have that with the roast chicken. And then those go in there. And then a box of loot. Yeah, okay, so this loot box. I think I'll just try and squeeze in most of it. But that I needed. Let me double check that's the right one. It is indeed the right one. I'm very happy we got that. I want to see X does a vibe coding stream, says Autumn. I really want to do that at some point. Do a little bit, like, I've got a little project that I want to do. Make a little game with vibe coding again. Hey Xisuma, what do you do when you feel a bit down, depressed, or lonely, says Biodeggy. Dude, first of all, identifying that you feel that way can be difficult, because there's that spell about being moody, where your thinking just kind of changes and you get locked in to that, like, grumpiness or whatever. But for me, exercise. Go for a walk, get fresh air, get outside, put on some music, put on some good vibe music, no matter how you feel. Sometimes it feels silly to put on happy music when you're down, but do it. If that doesn't work, do some heavier exercise, you know, lift some weights or go for a run. That's generally my response to it. And notice how it's an action-based response, right? It's not a do I feel like this response, because the feeling is the problem. So I respond with, like, action. And usually I can swing myself out of it. Now, for me personally, I have, like, mood swing problems. Sometimes moods are related to bigger things in life, and when they are, it's maybe not the best course of action just to try and dopamine your way out. Not dopamine, endorphin your way out of it. You know, endorphins is exercise, dopamine is, like, playing a computer game. Like, dopamine's like the reward, endorphins is more... I guess it's a reward too, but it's a little different to that. Right, I'm gonna go put some of these away manually, I think. Yeah, while I'm over there, I'll drop some other stuff in as well. But yeah, that's all loot. Put that in over here. Also, I don't think I want to code vibe on stream for security reasons. Like, I have no idea. Like, I'm very conscious of how people have had, like... People have been compromised through, like, screenshots and, like, seemingly innocent stuff. And so I'm very dubious about just sharing my screen, because sometimes you go on a website and it'll just throw up information that you don't want to share. And vibe coding sounds like it could possibly do something that you're like, that's not something I want to broadcast to the internet. So, yeah, I probably won't end up doing that on stream. Trims, go up here. We should have one for potions as well. So how many more of those have I got? Not a lot. If I want to get this record disc, I might have to go kill a raid leader. There's actually like an ominous thing. There's a bunch of pillagers like right above the base. Parababs, thank you for 51 months. Still loving everything. My longest running sub on Twitch. Oh, I'm honored. Thank you for 51 months. That's great. I'm glad you're still enjoying what we do. Beyond Deggy, thanks for your response. I appreciate it. I hope it helps, man. I hope if you're in need of that, you feel a little better. But yeah, action is my thing. Have I ever considered doing a music stream? I really want to, but like, I'm also battling this like oversharing thing. We live in an age where like everyone's broadcasting their opinion all the time, and it's just become a little fatiguing. And I've been doing this for 15 years. You know, I don't do like the Xisuma Says channel stuff anymore. I've deliberately kind of withdrawn from sharing as much. It's just become exhausting, and you know, I really want to capture that music experience and share it with people. But like, it usually happens just when it's not appropriate to stream. I think maybe that's part of why it happens. So in the back of my mind, I've wanted to do a little guitar warm-up song creation on stream. But I just feel like I can't force that to happen, and if I try to, it might just be a bit exhausting. Also, I did one in the past, and it didn't go particularly well. Like a long time ago, over 10 years ago, probably. Maybe a little less than that, because it was around 2016 that I picked up guitar again. Plus, I don't know what like my guitar's gonna sound like on stream. Wait right there, people. Wait, well, I take off my headset and then I feel like I can't talk because all of a sudden everything sounds different. Oh. Right. I told you all to wait. You best not be leaving on me now. I've had no warm-up time today. The hands are cold as well. Like, does this sound like trash? Takes me a while to warm up the old chug as well. So like, it sounds like, does it actually sound okay? I'll have to listen back to it later. But like, my idea is I can play silly little thrash metal riffs. Or whatever, and like, if I sat and jammed for a little bit, I can probably start like writing some stuff and putting some drums to it. Man, I really need to warm up. The other thing is like, now that I'm like technically performing, like the creativity locks up a little bit. You want a jam stream? Sharpen the sound, make it more piercing. I do have a second tone that's like more for gent. It kind of sounds a bit awful on this guitar though. How's the next bit go? Don't name that song. I just realised what I was playing. Don't name that song. Oh, how about pinch harmonics today? I don't know. Well, maybe. I mean, all right, I'll pick up and play for a little minute, and maybe that encourages me. While we're doing this, let's just see if we can go one step further. One step beyond. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. What if I? All right. Alright, am I happy with doing this? I think I'm happy with doing this. I'm going to do something I didn't think I'd be doing. Yeah, no, this will be fine. I'll just use an existing drum track that I've written. Okay, that way around. Play that. I don't know if you can hear this, so I need your live response in the chat. I can't even hear it, so you might hear double sound now or something. Also, these aren't very loud for playing along for. don't know what I'm doing. I like that y'all like this. I've got to watch it back later and see what's that. Do I start singing as well? No. Oh, God. Now I put myself on the spot. I don't want to sing because I don't have a joke in my head. And if I had a joke about singing, I'd sing the joke. What if I get a faster track? Let's try it with a faster track. I can hear the rest of the song in my head now. Bum 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 bo, bum 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 bo, bum 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 bo. Dun, 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 dun. Right, I'm trying to find a different song now. That one. Oh, I think I know what I'm doing the rest of my evening now. The music has clicked in my head. All right, here we go. This one's got a crazy drum intro. Told you. Blast beat. Oh God, that's pacey. That'll do. I'll listen to that back later and see. The blooming Lord Leviticus was still playing the whole time. I'll listen back to it later and see what I think of it. And then maybe I'll be a bit more encouraged. But guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go play some guitar, man. I love it. Yo, peeps, get yourself a guitar. It's awesome. How's that one go again? All right, I'm gonna go play. I'm glad y'all like that. You're a music teacher, you love hearing people share their love of music. Oh, well, I could bang on about how much I love music for ages. I imagine if you're a music teacher, you could too. Peeps, go check out my music. That's funny, if you haven't done so already. Thanks for joining me on this stream. I'll be back again Tuesday evening, where we're going to have some other hermits join us in the stream, because we're going to do Cubs Race, which is going to be super cool. I will now, though, go look for someone to rickety raid. You know what? Thanks to the encouragement, I actually feel a little bit better about maybe we'll do like a little music stream, but I'll probably keep it on the down low. I'll probably keep it kind of you know, hush hush. Maybe not even tweet about it. Just turn on Twitch and do it one day. We'll see. We'll see. Send you over to Linksy today. Haven't sent you to Linksy in a while. Yeah, stick around for some more Minecraft, people. Hope you enjoy what you find. I'm going to go play guitar. You know how it is. You know what time it is. Probably going to play that one as well. All right. Take care, people. Bye-bye.